Hilary Clinton believes it's time to act on gun violence. October 5th, 2015. HillaryClinton.com posted an article on Hillary Clinton's stance on gun control in this country. She lists a number of talking points on her position on gun control. I later found out that her position was a regurgitation of Everytown for Gun Safety's proposal to the White House, or a guide with Congress on gun control. The fight for comprehensive background checks. Hillary believes that 20 to 40% of gun sales are done without a background check. She blames this on a weak background check system that is currently in place and mentions that the system allows for unlicensed transfers to occur between people online, gun shows, and between anonymous strangers. She goes on to talk about how 90% of Americans want background checks. Hillary believes that the current background check system in this country does not work, and that there is a need for comprehensive background check legislation. She believes that this legislation will reduce gun trafficking, will stop lethal domestic violence, and reduce unlawful gun transfers to dangerous individuals. She believes that background check legislation will reduce gun trafficking, will stop lethal domestic violence, and reduce unlawful gun transfers to dangerous individuals. She goes on to shame Congress because they failed to act emotionally to the Sandy Hook shooting and pass laws to build on the success of the original Brady bill. Hillary would like to close loopholes. She makes a claim that she will push Congress to close the Charleston loophole that allows gun sales to proceed without a completed background check if the check doesn't complete within 3 days. Hillary threatens Congress to shut down the gun show and internet sales loophole. And if Congress does not act, she will use executive action to close it herself. Dealers and manufacturers. Hillary looks to single out firearms companies and manufacturers to remove their protections, the same protections that other industries have. It will allow people to hold dealers and manufacturers fully responsible for what other Americans do with their products. Hillary wants to remove many laws on the books that protects firearms, manufacturers, and gun shops by allowing anyone injured by a firearm to sue the company that made it, regardless of how that firearm fell in the possession of the person who used it to commit a crime. Hillary then singles out African American men aged 15 to 24 and states that their high rate of death in this country is because bad actor dealers who allow illegal weapons to flood the communities and the NRA for supporting these dealers. Hillary wants to keep guns out of the hands of domestic abusers and other violent criminals. Also the mentally ill. Hillary looks to support legislation that prohibits domestic abusers from buying and possessing guns. Hillary also looks to make straw purchasing a federal crime. She believes currently straw purchasing laws are just paperwork violations and that it needs to change. Hillary looks to improve on existing laws prohibiting persons suffering from severe mental illness from purchasing firearms, and also urges the ATF to finalize a ruling that would close a loophole that would allow persons involuntarily committed to outpatient treatments, such as the Virginia Tech shooter. She also believes that military-style assault weapons do not belong on our streets. They are a danger to law enforcement and to our communities. Clinton supports keeping assault weapons off of our streets.